Hey guys, so I'm live now. I wanted to go live today so we can talk about keto, and also this is to explain the challenge completely because I had a lot of questions. How does challenge work? What are we doing? Where do we get the meal plan? Where do we get all these other things, right? So I want to make sure that you know what's going on and that you have everything that you need. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about keto. What is keto? How does it work? Why are we doing it? Okay, so keto is essentially a way of eating. A lot of people make it a lifestyle. Some people do it just to lose the weight, and then they gradually go back to a healthy way of eating. So keto is obviously a healthy way of eating, but they go back to a healthy way of eating where they begin to include carbs again. It's not for me, I realize, but I did think that that was going to be me one day, but it's not. I realized that I am too deep into keto, and frankly, I just love it. So, anyways, what is keto, right? It's essentially a way of eating where get about 75%, 70 to 75% of your dietary needs from fat, uh, 20 to 25% of those needs from protein, of your calories, sorry, of your dietary calories from protein, and about roughly 5% of your calories from carbohydrates. Remember, the way that works is every gram of fat is equal. I'm sorry, every gram of fat is equivalent to 9 calories. Every gram of protein and every gram of carbs is equivalent to 4 calories. So if you kind of look at it, you actually will end up, those things all come together to get to your 75%, 70 to 75% of fat, 20 to 25% of protein, and 5% of carbs. So that's kind of how we work it, right? Now, how do we put that together to essentially make it happen to ensure that we are eating the way we're supposed to eat and that we are getting healthy and lose weight? Well, what happens is our bodies takes the fat, right? Our body currently uses carbohydrates for energy, right? We have basically this glycogen storage, and our bodies kind of use that for our energy, right? And every time we eat carbs, we're filling up that glycogen storage. What we don't realize is also glycogen storage holds every gram of glycogen holds about 3 grams of water, so it ends up kind of making us heavier, right? And then also our body kind of goes through the glycogen, the carbs, let me just say carbs, goes through the carbs before it goes through fat or anything else. And so it's using our carbs as energy, but now we end up holding more fat. So the way keto works is our bodies deplete our glycogen storage and our liver begins to make ketones, and we use that for energy. And why that's so important is basically we're burning fat all day long. We become a fat burning machine. And that's how keto works, right? We do eat carbs still. It's just not the normal carbs that we think of, right? So when we think carbs, we're thinking bread, rice, corn, yada, yada, right? No, that's not where we get our carbs from. We get our carbs from vegetables, kale, spinach, collard greens, broccoli, cauliflower. So we're still getting carbs. We're getting really good carbs, and we're also getting our dietary fibers in. So that's how keto works, right? And so you eat according to your macros. Macros are personalized, and for this challenge, you will receive personalized macros. I'll be creating your macros based on your weight, height, age, gender, body fat, and also activity level. And that's how we'll go ahead and create your. And I've created my own calculation for this. There are some calculators out there on the market right now, but frankly, I like mine better, and I kind of created it myself. So I'm an engineer, so FYI, just so that you guys know, my background is in engineering, so that's why I was able to create my own macros calculator, and so you guys can so I do that. I create those for the folks in the challenge. Now, let's talk about the challenge. So what you guys will get in the challenge when you go to the Facebook page, or I also send this to you guys in emails for folks who do not have Facebook. Frankly, if you don't have Facebook, it's a good idea to just go ahead and make a fake Facebook account or make one for an account just for the challenge. So don't add any friends, right? Just join the challenge. And now your whole news feed is essentially what's happening in the challenge. So you can interact only in the challenge and you don't get addicted to Facebook. Because I know that's a concern of a lot of folks. So anyways, I sent you guys a link in our Facebook group. You will see in our Facebook group for the challenge only private Facebook group. And so you will see a link for all the materials for the challenge. When you get that link, click on it and download everything, right? You're going to get, there's going to be 4 weeks of meals, of meal plans, recipes, grocery list. There's going to be a full workout plan, as well as workouts that are associated with the workout plan. And there's going to be, oh, you know what I just realized? Live chat. Okay. And there's going to be tons of other information. So you're going to get, you're also going to get recipes, food lists. You're also going to get the my ebook for how to get into ketosis the healthy way, right? So it's your guide to ketosis the healthy way. And this book is really, it's breaking it down for you guys. There is some scientific information in there, but there's also trying to get it in layman's terms so you can understand it. Because what I found is, especially when I was researching to try and lose my 120 pounds on keto, I found that I'd get so much there'd be so much information out there, and it was all this scientific information. It was kind of confusing, and I didn't know at the time enough about anatomy or the body or the way the body works to really understand what it was. So I've now taken all that information and kind of brought it to a level where it can be easily understood by regular people like us, right? So that's in my ebook. So for the challenge, you'll get my ebook. My ebook is going to be right there in the link. Again, you're going to Facebook, you're clicking on the link that I've set up for you guys. You can always find this link in the file, right? In the files section of Facebook. And you can also find it in the announcements. And it's just right there on the page as you scroll in our private Facebook group. So you click on the link that says all challenge materials, right? And in that link, you will see, hold up, let me just make sure I've got the link open right now so I can kind of guide you guys through it. In that link, you'll see 4 weeks of meal plans. So it's going to be week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Week 1, right? So for every week, you'll see something like this, right? It's going to have, it's going to be kind of a whole section, just notes and information on what you need to do to start, right? Here's how we're going to start. Here's the information that you're going to need as we go and start our journey, right? And so I want you guys to read through that in detail so you know exactly what you're doing, right? It's just some tips and tricks. And then you're going to get this, which is a full week of, a full week of meals. So it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And you'll get that for the week, right? And then you also have a grocery list just for that week. So you'll get all these different things, and that's for each week. You'll see something like that. Be sure to read again that first page because it's giving you great information. And keep in mind, as the weeks go on in the challenge, our bodies change, and the way the challenge is working changes, right? We add some different things, we take away some things, we move things in a direction so that you're continuously working your into ketosis and working through plateaus and stuff. So be sure to read all of this and go through it. So each week you have one of these, and they're all in the link. I'll also be sending out an additional kind of email and just reminder that, hey guys, make sure you look at week 2's meal plan. Keep in mind also that keep in mind that you don't have to follow the meal plan. I'll be adding extra recipes as we go because, sometimes we want to substitute, sometimes we want to do something different. And frankly, every time I find a new recipe, I get excited and I want the folks in the challenge to see it. So I send it to you guys. Each of these recipes, I do want to say, the recipes and these recipes all are for the challenge. So there's a breakfast section, lunch, dinner, it's all in one. But in the recipes, you'll see a picture, you'll see instructions on how to make it, and they all have a video. So I've put together a video on how to make each recipe so you can actually click on that and it makes it easy for you. You don't have to read, you can just watch and go. You know exactly what you're doing. So they each have a video associated so you can you can see exactly how to make these recipes. And then you will also get the weekly workout plan. So this is a 4-week plan. And again, as always at the beginning, I want to give you guys information. So I provided an instructions list of how to do the workouts, things like that. And then also you have a 4-week kind of guide, what workouts to do each day, Monday through Sunday. And then lastly, each workout comes like this. So you'll see what the workout is, what you're going to be doing, name the workout, what's happening in the workout, what you're going to need, whether it's dumbbells or whatever. And then there's a link to what the workout actually is. So I'm showing you guys the workouts. You can follow along on the link to see what each exercise is and what the workout is. So that's there for you guys as well. So this is all to help you guys keep it going and ensure that you're getting everything you need throughout this challenge. Also, keep in mind, every week we will have a challenge only challenge only live Q&A, and that's going to be on YouTube and on the Facebook Live page, because I know not everybody is on Facebook, so I want to make sure that you guys have access to that on YouTube as well. And then lastly, or not lastly, but also as a part of this, we will do weekly weigh-ins. So for each weigh-in, I will be providing you guys with a link that you'll submit your weigh-in, your weight information on that link. And you'll see that every week, right? You'll get a new link every week. And also there's a weigh-in process. And it's a video it's my son. He's showing himself weigh in, and it's a cute video. Well, at least I think it's cute. But, and you'll see on the link, I see a question, how much is the challenge to enter? It's $55 to enter. The way the challenge works though is $15 of that goes into a pot for the winner. So for the winners of the challenge, and there's 3 winners of the challenge. There is the first 2 prizes are for the people who lost the first and second amount of weight, the highest percentage of weight, and the third prize is for the person. It's basically who's the most engaged in the challenge. So the ways of being engaged is being engaged in the group, being engaged, posting on your Instagram, Facebook, tagging me in my page, and also putting the hashtag LifeHealthNow challenge. And so that person also gets a percentage, and you can see, that person also is a winner. So basically every time you post, it goes into a pot. And kind of that's how it ends up working. So it goes into, every time you post, your name goes into like a pot, or essentially every time you post, your name goes into a pot, and we'll be able to pick out of the pot at the end, the person, to be, you get as many entries into the pot as you post, right? And if you post outside of our Facebook group, it's 3 entries. If you post inside our Facebook group, it's 1 entry. And also commenting on other people's posts also gets you an entry. So it's, at the end, it's like 1,000 entries, but I pull the name, and that's who ends up winning. Virtually pull the name. I do it on online. I'm not going to get it out of a bag or anything. I'm not going to write 1,000 names on a bag. So weigh-in process. So that's the weigh-in process. And then let me see. Oh, and every week in the challenge, we do workout challenges. So this is really cool. So we've got like I said, we've got our weekly workout schedule, right? Our 4-week workout schedule. But in addition to that, every week we will have a challenge. So you'll do your workout, as you're supposed to, and then we'll have something like, let's say, wall sits. Every day you'll do wall sits, and at a timed amount, and it'll increase over time. Just different things like that. I'm not saying wall sits is going to be one of them for sure, but it's going to be different things along the way, and it's going to be really exciting to make it happen. And then your macros will be submitted, or will be sent to you guys this weekend, right? So your personalized macros, again, this is telling you exactly how many grams of fat, how many grams of protein, how many grams of carbs that you can eat each day, right? Based on your personalized information, your height, weight, age, body fat, activity level. So these are, so this is what you'll be able to do. And so that is how the challenge works. And you'll be able to, again, be sure to read this section, right? This is week 1 of our meal plan. So I want you to read the tips that you get from week 1. I want you to, you can see all the different meals right there. And then you've got the grocery list. So you'll go ahead and you know exactly what you need to get if you want to use the meal plan. And then, of course, again, you've got the recipes. This is all right in that link that you'll get. So it, so that you can kind of understand a little better, when you see that link in the Facebook group and it was emailed, you'll see, all these different things. And it seems overwhelming at first. And that's why it's not like this is the only time we're going to talk about this. We'll be able to talk on a regular basis about this. Do we already have all that info in our inbox. Yes. So all that information for the challenge is in the Facebook group. When you go to the Facebook group, you can go to the files section and you'll see all that information right in there in the files section. And what else? Oh yeah. And then you can also every day you want to check the announcements for our Facebook group, because as things move along, I'm going to always be highlighting new things and more information for you guys so that you can keep it going, right? And also, this isn't like, let me drop this off to you guys and hit the road. I'm helping to keep you guys accountable. So I'll continue to post. I'll continue to watch what you guys are doing and kind of have you guys' backs and support you where I can. And then we'll also continue to have our live Q&As. This live Q&A was on a Friday just because I wanted to make it happen before our challenge starts on Monday. But every other live will be on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. because that's just, frankly, it's just a good time to do it. And 8:30 p.m. Sorry, Eastern, so that you guys know it's Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. So, but you guys will have all that information, and again, these lives are just going to be for the folks in the challenge moving forward. This one I wanted to do on YouTube because I had a lot of questions from folks on YouTube about it as well. I want to do it on YouTube and on Facebook because I was getting a lot of questions from folks. But moving forward, it's only going to be on YouTube, but it'll only be accessible by the folks in the challenge. And we'll talk about keto, we'll talk about everything. But what you're going to do first, the first thing that you guys are going to do for the challenge is watch the video. You'll see the link to the video again in that files section. You'll see the link to the video, and it's all. It basically there's a file that says all the information you need for the challenge. Go in there and the link for the video is in there. It's an hour long. I know that is a long freaking video, right? But you're getting everything that you need in that video in terms of information, understanding about keto, right? How you get into ketosis, how you're affected by everything from alcohol to intermittent fasting, how we use that, or if we use that throughout the challenge, all those different things. And then you also get an idea of how the challenge works in that video. In addition to that, you'll also have my ebook, right? My ebook is available for purchase. I think it's $15 right now. I have it on my website, but you guys are getting that for the challenge. And the ebook is different from the video, so you want to make sure you actually review both of them. Because the ebook's got a lot of good information in there, and it's really basically I took all the kind of keto scientific information and stuff and really broke it down to layman's terms so everybody can understand it. Because when I was looking, it was ridiculous. I remember I felt like all they talked about was like glycogen storage and liver consumption and, like all these different things. And I was like, what the heck is this? So, so one question is, do you recommend taking any supplements with the challenge? So supplements in terms of, we do have a list of supplements. They aren't pills. It's not like, I'm like, oh, take this fake. I think everything's fake. So I'm not, so these things that say keto pill for yada, yada, yada. No, our supplements are I have them in the book and I have them in the thing, but essentially it's around salts and basically things to fill your electrolytes, but it's not a pill. It's things that we have at home already for the most part. So, and you'll see all that right there in the thing. So I'm going to close out the YouTube video, and I'm going to keep going with our Facebook group so we can get into more details around the challenge. But for the YouTube video, thank you guys for joining. If you do want to decide that you want to join the challenge, the link is in the link. You can go to my website. The link is in the description, I guess, but it's LifeHealthNow.com or LifeHealthNow.com/weight-loss challenge. And you can join the challenge. It starts on Monday, February 18th. I'll be hosting challenges every month. So if you're not able to join this one, you can hit into the next one, but you definitely, it's a game changer. Folks are getting healthy. Folks are getting able to get off of medications or reduce the amount that they're taking. I have one client that went from nine medications. I can't believe she had that many, all the way down to one. Other clients, are off of their blood pressure meds now. They are have drastically reduced their diabetes meds, or they're off of their diabetes meds. And then others are have reduced their cholesterol and their cholesterol meds. Lots of different types of keto, or the way that some people do keto, cholesterol goes up. The way I do keto and the way I coach keto, cholesterol goes down. So you want to be cognizant of that. So anyways, Join the challenge if you'd like, but definitely just get healthy. It's all about getting healthy as a society. So I'm going to sign off from the YouTube and keep going with Facebook. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, YouTubers. How do I end this? I thought end stream would end.